Choose consciously, not habitually. You don't need a ceremony, just one choice. Today, I won't act on autopilot. I'll decide differently. When you gain enough clarity to step back from your emotions, a space opens in your mind. The first thing to fill it isn't a task or deadline, but gratitude, not because everything is perfect, but because you can still choose how to start. That's true strength, and it leads to the next step. Lesson 2. Start your day with quiet gratitude. 1 teaches you how to greet the morning. They show you how to brush your teeth or dress, but not this. Waking up tests your outlook on life. Do you rise grudgingly, heavy with resentment, or do you open your eyes with silent thanks for another day to live, love, and make things right? While others chase motivation through coffee, loud music, or hollow quotes, Stoics turn to something simpler: gratitude. Each morning, pause for a moment to name 3 things you're thankful for. Small things, like a gentle breeze, functioning eyes, or a loved one's presence. This isn't just a mental exercise. It rewires your mind to start the day grounded, awake, and humble. Have you ever felt relief for avoiding a mistake or disaster, only to move on as if it didn't matter? Gratitude isn't just for blessings, it's for the hardships you didn't face. Epictetus said, "A wise person doesn't mourn what they lack, but rejoices in what they have." This isn't soft comfort, it's a Stoic reminder to preserve peace by focusing on what's in your hands, not what's out of reach. Picture gratitude as a small flame in the dark. It won't banish the night, but it keeps you warm, guiding your steps. When anxiety or inertia clouds your mind, gratitude is the steady spark that reignites your spirit, subtle but powerful. For a simple practice, don't overthink it. Before rising, ask, "What am I thankful for today?" Repeat it, feel it, feel it. That shift from resistance to openness, from burden to clarity, can transform your next 24 hours. If these words resonate, consider subscribing. We're not preaching, just reminding you of truths you know, but forget when life gets loud. Lesson 3. Rise for duty. Not comfort. Waking up is a moral choice, not just a physical act. It's not merely your body leaving bed, it's your mind refusing to betray yourself another day. That moment, torn between lingering in bed or living with purpose, poses a fundamental ethical question. What am I here for? No one hears this inner dialogue, but it unfolds every morning, and you alone must answer. Stoicism doesn't push early rising as a productivity trick, it challenges you. If you're serious about your values, why stay in bed? Rising early isn't about success, it's the first act of a principled life. A Stoic doesn't rely on alarms but on a reminder. Today is a chance to live virtuously, and I won't squander it. Choosing to rise or snooze reveals your values. The person who delays today often failed to live rightly yesterday, and that person is often you. You know you should rise, yet you say, "I'm exhausted, nothing's pressing," or "I'll try tomorrow," as if virtue can wait. But tomorrow won't make it easier. Today's struggle stems from not being honest with yourself. Instead of asking, "What time should I wake?" ask, "Why am I waking?" Without an answer, you rise reluctantly, live aimlessly, and sleep disappointed. Build a morning ritual of integrity. No phone, sit up, drink water, recall a guiding principle. Repeating right actions without waiting for motivation forges discipline. Waking becomes not a battle, but an act of purpose. You don't just rise, you awaken. But action needs direction, so where are you headed? That's the next lesson. Lesson 4. Rise as if life began anew. Waking without purpose is like sailing through fog. You move, but without direction or reason. To Stoics, this betrays our highest faculties: reason and purposeful action. Marcus Aurelius didn't write about feeling ready. He wrote about acting because it's your nature, not chasing comfort. Laziness begins in a mind lacking a reason. To live meaningfully, you don't need a grand vision to rise, just one clear, true, urgent purpose. Without it, the world chooses for you with notifications, tasks, or empty chatter. These mimic progress but are stagnation in disguise. Nothing saps meaning faster than starting without asking, what's worth my time today? Stoics live for virtue through deliberate acts. The first act each day is choosing one vital task and committing to it upon waking. Resist the lure of cozy sheets or I'll do it later. Decide, I'll do this now because it's right, as if tomorrow isn't promised because it might not be. Many think they lack motivation when they lack priorities. You have 24 hours, like Marcus or Seneca. The difference lies in what you give your first hours to. Are you choosing what matters, or letting distractions sweep you away? Don't wait for inspiration, action breeds it. Each morning is a rebirth, a chance to redefine who you're becoming. Lesson 5. Stop chasing time. Start choosing. Here's a hard truth. You don't need more time, you need to live more intentionally. People lament short days, yet spend mornings scrolling aimlessly, working without purpose. Time, like sunlight, falls equally on all, but not everyone uses it to grow something meaningful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "For tranquility, do less, or rather, what's essential." It's not about less effort, but focusing on what matters. Reflect on yesterday. How many hours did you truly live? How often did you choose consciously instead of reacting to phones, emails, or others' demands? We're not short on time, we're drowning in distractions. Saying, "I don't have time to read," after 47 minutes of scrolling stings, but it's liberating to wake with purpose, clarify what matters. Before touching your phone, write 3 tasks that align with who you respect. Pick one essential action and do it before the world intrudes. No fancy tools, just a clear choice. Your calendar should reflect your values, not half-hearted duties. The busier we get, the emptier life feels when actions lack meaning. Before chasing motivation, ask, does this matter, or am I just spinning aimlessly? This leads to the next lesson. Motivation fades when work lacks purpose. It's not weakness, it's not asking, is this worth it? Lesson 6. Escape the cycle of empty business. Here, not weary from work, but from becoming someone you don't respect. Fatigue doesn't come from effort, but from actions misaligned with your soul. There's a nameless exhaustion, not from sleeplessness or overload, but from pouring energy into tasks you don't value or choose. You may rise on time, complete tasks, meet deadlines, yet feel your purpose fading. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your worth is no greater than your ambitions." Worth? Small goals shrink you, no matter how hard you work. Successful people often feel empty when running without direction. Motivation isn't a feeling to Stoics, it's the reward of living with integrity. You won't feel driven if your days are spent on tasks you fear refusing or goals imposed by others. You stay in bed, not from laziness, but from a mind weary of pretending. Instead of asking, "What must I do today?" ask, "What am I serving?" Action without purpose is escape, not productivity. If your work doesn't tie to values like integrity or wisdom, it's hollow. Try this. Before acting, write one reason you chose this task, not for money or duty, but for an inner value. If you can't find one, be honest. If you're brave, say no. This isn't idealism, it's how you avoid a meaningless life. A person on autopilot craves external motivation, but one with intention only needs their beliefs to persist. Ask, if I dropped all shoulds, what feels like me? If nothing remains, your exhaustion makes sense. Sits your mind rejecting an unchosen life? Comment one habit you do out of routine that no longer feels like you. Writing it clarifies. Next, we'll explore a power stronger than inspiration, accessible only to those who choose their life. Lesson 7. Build habits for an unshakable self. You don't need inspiration to live rightly, just a system. Waking without routine is like entering battle. Unarmed emotions, news, or small frictions can derail you. Stoics didn't wait for excitement. They built a steady foundation through repeated right actions, regardless of mood. A clear morning comes from preparation, not quotes a system that runs automatically, yet reminds you this life is your choice. Discipline shows you chose this life, needing no applause. That's true freedom, living by your principles unseen. A person with habits knows their weaknesses, motions pull, distractions ease and builds defenses. You exercise not because you're inspired but to honor your body. You sit quietly for 5 minutes before work, not for magic but to claim your mind first. Discipline frees you from morning battles. You just begin, like a farmer planting without debating mood. The question isn't excitement, but consistency. Each act reinforces who you are, not through feeling, but action. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter." Don't wait to feel ready, just do what's right. Wake, care for yourself, focus, finish, complain less. Waiting for inspiration seeds control. A chain of 3 morning tasks declares, "I own my life." Lesson 8. Find strength where others falter. Motivation isn't something you seek, it's built by acting despite feelings. Stoics don't wait to feel like it because emotions pass like clouds, while character endures like stone. We don't lack motivation, but consistency in doing hard things without inspiration. To Stoics, every right action builds moral strength, needing no emotional spark. You brush your teeth daily, not from inspiration, but because it's non-negotiable. Apply this to what matters. True motivation is a principled reflex, not a fleeting call. Zeno said, "Living by reason is living well."